So we are live on YouTube.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022 at 7 p.m. Well, actually 7:04 p.m. Sorry. Happy Earth Day. I don't know if Chrissy sent me this as a prop, but happy Earth Day, and it's probably backwards. I just realized that, showing it to you guys, sorry. Let's start the meeting. If I could get a first and a seconder to approve the agenda from March 22nd, 2022. Firster is Jessica, and a seconder, Maggie. Okay, so firster is Jessica, second is Maggie. The committee approved the agenda of March 22nd, 2022 as circulated. All in favor? I'm missing Jeff. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, there he is. All right. So the adoption of the minutes. If I could get a mover and a seconder, please. Maggie's moving it. And a seconder. And Jessica. Okay, so moved by Maggie, second by Jessica, that the committee approve the minutes of February 2022 as circulated. All in favor? Okay. I almost need a stamp. My signature's too long. Okay, so next would be C, business arising from the minutes. Does anybody have anything that they wanted to bring up from the minutes? No? Alrighty. So D, any disclosures of interest from anything? Nope. Alrighty, moving on quickly. Number 2, business from previous meeting. Starting off with a Rosedale Hall program update. Did you want to do that one and add some, Maggie, or did you, or does anybody in particular have? You're on mute. You're on mute. You're mute. There you go.
We had our first meeting last Thursday, and it was great. It was well attended. We had around 20 people. Klaus did the presentation. Lots of talk, lots of interaction. Went well over an hour, and it turned out really great. I included the letter that we had sent to council last month regarding the funds for it and the next 3 programs. They generously gave us $250 for each one, which I'm not sure we'll ever use that much, but we only got like refreshments and stuff. They never did answer the question as to who was do the bookings. I know somebody has, I think Christy had said that staff should do that. And Ian had said that staff was too busy, that we should do that. We just need to basically lay it down as to who is going to do it. Does anybody want to volunteer? Don't blame you.
Shouldn't be like that.
I think we need somebody that has a little bit of clout and a little bit more resources than a lot of us have. Ian, would you be interested?
Ian did have his hand up. Ian, you're on mute too, dear. Thank you.
Yeah, if you would like me to send some letters to some people, that's not a problem.
Great. So we'll put you down for at least the next 3 and we'll go from there and see how it works.
Yep.
Great.
I'll do that for you.
Now,
So the next
Miles,
one
sorry,
is April, and that is for Mr. Hunter, the building official, to speak about building permits for people that are doing things over the summer. And the way we did the last one, it worked perfectly. We set up tables, we had refreshments. We had to actually bring out more tables because more people showed up than we thought were going to show up.
which was wonderful.
So I think we'll just do it the same way, and we'll get 2 people each night to go and help set up and tear down and clean up. And that's all I've got to say on it.
It looked like you had a really good turnout, so it looked
So when
great.
Good.
So when I actually did the head count, I looked on a couple of photos at the time that I had actually gone to the back and taken the photos. And then Chrissy, I did send them to you. I don't know if you got those ones specifically.
I see them now in here in my
Okay.
email.
Did those other ones come across right? Because you asked for them.
Yeah, just the setup part. Yeah,
Okay.
looks good.
Okay. So anyway, it was 24, I think 25 including me. So for a first night, for an information night that really wasn't like majorly advertised. You know, it was advertised, but it wasn't like, you know, we didn't use 88.1 or anything like that, right? I don't believe.
No.
Chris.
No,
So I mean, for that, I think, you know, for our first one, I think that's really great that, you know, the community is watching and they want to be a part of what we're doing. So I think that's great. My personal views was it was awesome. It was informative, engaging. Question wise, I think there was probably a good 15 questions asked, Maggie, towards clause at least.
more.
So it was great engagement and it was
I did record it, but I have no idea how to send a recording to anybody.
Me neither.
And when I set it up, he was sitting down at the table, so I set the camera up and then I went and sat down someplace else. And then he stood up. So the whole recording is from here down, except the last probably 15 minutes where I walked over to check to see if it was still actually recording. And I moved the camera up and got a few good shots. And I did tell him I would not post it on Montague Talks. So I just took some pictures of different spots and just put them up. But if anybody wants a recording, just tell me how to send it.
Might be too big of a file. You might have to download it to the computer.
Over an
Or
hour.
something.
Yeah, it was over an hour. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
It
you don't
was
see
good.
who it is. The headless person. So yeah, I look forward to our next one.
And hopefully it's as good of a success as the first one. So yeah. Now we did kind of talk about a few things when we were there. Just so that I don't forget to mention it was one of the things was turning the CD Saturday into, how did I word it, Valerie? How did I word that? Planting some, no.
Oh, the
now I can't
planting
remember.
scene.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
once it was grown, I called it something else though, and it was really catchy.
Yeah, it
Now I
was.
can't remember. I should have wrote it down. So anything else from the information night? The update, Christy?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Val can go ahead.
Okay.
Brandy, are you referring to afterwards when everybody was sitting around and we were discussing that once everybody has their seeds planted and some sprouts are coming up, we should pick a date for a later time and have a plant exchange? Is that what you're talking
That's
about?
what plant
Okay.
exchange. And it was Claus that gave me the idea from when he had his flats of tomatoes all in a row. And I thought to myself, you know, we could do that and we could, you know, have some plants. And if people want to do some kind of an exchange thing, it was just an idea and I didn't want to forget about it just on the top of my head.
So that date would tentatively probably be in May, I would think, because traditionally gardens are put in like after May the 15th, May the 24th weekend sort of thing. So sometime in May, maybe the April meeting, we can discuss a date. Put that on the agenda.
I like that if we could.
So how do we go about that, Christy? Do we?
You just would put it on the agenda for April.
Okay.
We don't need to.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. So anything else on the Rosedale Hall? Chrissy, you had your hand up and then.
Yeah, so I've kind of trying to keep like a certain look towards the information night so that they not that they all look the same, but that they are relatively like, this is, you know, the look of the information nights type thing. So once we nail down for sure who's coming to the which night and that, I'd like to know like right away so that I can get it created with a new image, but keeping us the similar look to it so that the messaging all stays the same across the board. Because we just want to make sure that, you know, if you're putting on information nights, that people aren't confused about what's happening, and let's keep it all like these are the posters for the information night so that they're all kind of similar, but having their own representation on it. Do you know what I mean? So as soon as we lock in whoever we have for April, like let's get it going, let's get it posted and formatted, you know, to go out. Whether it's, you know, whether Mr. Hunter is available, you know, like we'll have to figure out that right away, right? So I think that's making sure we get Jim locked in if we can, and then moving forward. So
that sounds good. Maggie, you have your hand up as well.
I was just wondering, someone had donated a bunch of sunflower seeds on a donation basis for Ukraine humanitarian. I'm just wondering, Val, do you have a total on that yet?
Actually, I did not, Maggie. I I selected not to because I thought we might bring the seeds and the donation advertisement to the breakfast with the Easter Bunny, because we had about 20 packages of seeds left over, and it would be nice to get rid of them all and see the end of this. I would guess there's probably not quite probably $100, just judging by some of the bills that I see in there. I didn't actually count everything. I resisted. I didn't want to count right now. I would rather wait until after the Easter Bunny. If that's going to be okay with everybody, if I can bring it to the Easter Bunny thing, do I have to get approval for that?
What are you talking about?
So
it was a seed program campaign provided by a seed grower, a heritage seed grower near Westport. I approached him on supplying us with some seeds, sunflower seeds specifically, because that's the Ukraine flower.
Right.
And they're labeled, and there's about 20, 25 seeds in a package. And we put up a donation jug for people to come and select a package and put a donation in. And it went over really well. I think that we started off with 50 packages. So we have about 20 left. So if we could, another $50 or something, if we can collect, then all the more power to it. And then the money that we have collected from this campaign, I will contact the Red Cross people. I have been in touch with them, and they will guide me on how to forward the money, and the rest is pretty standard. It's going to the Ukraine humanitarian crisis. So, and it's not by anybody in particular. It's not by the MRCC. It's not by Valerie Morris. It's not by Montague Township. It's simply wanting to help. That's all.
Oh, I totally get that. And don't get me wrong. I think it's a great idea. I don't know if you might need to talk to Andrew about that though. Like if you guys are collecting money at an event put on by the township. I don't know if that's something.
We didn't actually physically touch said money. It's
I know. Trust me, I'm all for it. Like let's give to the Ukraine. I'm just thinking about the logistics of it. I think it just might be something that Andrew, we might have to discuss with Andrew. And it's nothing that you guys did, wrong type thing. It's just I don't know like how that works, right? It's a red tape thing probably. And again, I don't know all the answers. But it does raise my we're taking money from people. So it could be like, I don't know if it's a thing, but I could be off. I could be totally wrong too, right? Like, I just want to make sure that we're all covered in the sense of we're not doing something that we shouldn't be doing.
Okay, so do you want
Because
me
you're
to,
collecting at a township event. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
okay, so do you want me to contact Andrew to explain to him what I've done? Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do
and it's
that.
nothing like you've done anything wrong in the sense, I just want to make sure that we're
No,
crossing.
I understand. Yeah, I
Yeah,
totally
I
get
just
it.
want to
Yep.
make sure we're doing everything properly.
Yep, I agree, Christy. Let's stay above board.
Yeah, I think that's just the keeping it above board thing.
Yep, okay, gotcha.
And I
Maggie,
do
then
know
Beth.
that he's put these seed ones, there's a lot of places in Smith Falls that have the same thing that we had out with the same seeds from the same company. They're in grocery stores. There
Yeah.
was one in the bank
And it was
last
off to the
week.
side.
Yeah,
Again, those are private like businesses
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
The red tape and the above board thing comes into play is that we're a municipality.
Okay.
And things like donations and that they go through council, like we have delegations for donations. Because I don't know enough, I just want to make sure that we're not doing something that we shouldn't be doing. Because I think
Okay.
it's great. Like
Yeah,
I 100% am like, think it's a great idea. I just want to make sure that we don't get,
yeah, I'll bounce it off of him. As far as the legalities are concerned,
Yeah.
I'll take care of it. Yeah.
perfect. Okay,
Jen,
that's great. I just want to be clear, just,
Yep,
we're good.
gotcha.
you had your hand up and your mute's on. Jeff, yep. You had your hand up before.
No, I was just going to chime in there, but I think we've come to the good resolution. It's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but it's great that we make sure that all of our ducks in a row. So it's great.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Okay. Alrighty, so from that, I guess we can, oh wait, do I have to, I need a mover and a seconder that the MRCC received the Rosedale Hall programs update for information. So if I could get a mover, please. Maggie? And a seconder. Jessica? Okay, so moved by Maggie, second by Jessica, that the MRCC received the Rosedale Hall programs update for information. All in agreement? So the next would be the breakfast with the Easter Bunny. Who has any more information or update on that? Jessica.
So I heard from the owner of Countryside Petting Zoo today, and all is good. So I asked him to send me an invoice for the township of Montague, and I'll pass that along.
Great. Thank you so much.
And I don't know if it was just in general conversation or if we discussed it last meeting, but we decided against doing a photographer just because of it just was getting complicated. So we decided on like a little photo booth. So I got some props from the dollar store, little bunny ears and Easter baskets and stuff. Like I have stuff, tons of stuff here. We'll just do some sort of little setup for them to take pictures, and the Easter bunny can either be in them or kind of make faces behind the camera, and the parents will just take their own with their cell phones.
Sorry, I just accidentally hit it. I don't know what my camera is doing, but it's like really, I don't know. If you lose me, I'm sorry.
You have something there in your lap.
I do. I couldn't get any of my kids to come and like do a photo bomb because Maggie's like, it would look so cool if we could get a photo bomb. So I said to my 17-year-old, hey, Rob, you want to make like, 15, 20 bucks, just a photo bomb me? And he's like, no, sorry, Mom, not putting an Easter bunny on you. So here I am photo bombing myself. So this is the head. And as you can see, it's bigger than mine.
It's very
and it
cool.
is really cute. And it's all neatly tucked in here safely without trying to wreck anything.
No more wrinkles. I already ironed that vest.
I know, that's what I'm trying not to do. I wanted to hang it and then I thought, ooh, cat, no, maybe better not. So Christy?
So I just I wanted to find out some scheduling things for the event. So from the last council meeting, council decided that they were going to hold the breakfast from 9 to 11. So what time is the petting zoo coming, and how long are they staying?
So he wants to come around 8 o'clock, and they're gonna stay until 11:30, and then take down.
Okay,
Fairly good.
so people are gonna be eating and then going out. Okay,
Yeah, or vice versa. If the inside's full, then they can do their pony ride first or whatever.
Sounds like a good idea. It helps control numbers inside the hall.
it definitely would. But how late do you want? Because I just want to make sure that we note that in the event that the pony rides are only from, because right now we have it starting at 9. I'm wondering, like, I know Jeff and Ian are here, but you can't speak on behalf of council, but I'm wondering if we should see if council would be willing to start their breakfast at 8.
The only thing is if you start the breakfast at 8, you have to take into consideration the prep work of making said breakfast. Because I think they showed up early at the Christmas to get it started, didn't you guys? Like, because you kind of have to pre-cook a little bit before you start taking all the orders to get the food ready, didn't you? If I remember correctly. So I don't know, like I can't speak for council either, but if you guys recall, what time did you get there for prepping to do the breakfast? Because it just means that's how much earlier you're going to have to come in. And I don't want to step on your toes for that. Go ahead, Ian.
I think the biggest thing was, I think the most time it's really took us was to cook the bacon and the sausage from the last time. Was the two big things you got to stay ahead of. So it takes a little bit to get enough bacon and sausages ahead for the crowd to come in at 9. That's for sure. But
do you recall what time you clean that?
I don't mind starting earlier if anybody wants to. It doesn't matter to me. I can be there at 6 o'clock to start cooking bacon and sausages if need be.
That's so early.
Hello.
That's like best time.
Hello.
Go ahead, Vince.
I
can't see your head. I can only see your head.
Sorry, just from
Okay.
experience. Just from experience, if you're going to plan on people there to be there at 9 to eat, you might want to start doing breakfast by 7 o'clock in the morning. By the time you get the sausages, bacon ready, the eggs ready, and everything else, 7 o'clock can kind of be the magic time, as Ian speaking of.
And I do remember them going early. I just can't remember what time you guys were there at.
So, are we doing this on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday. So people will be there early, only for the simple fact that if the weather is good, which we're all speculating what the weather's going to be. If the weather's good, people are going to be there early. They're going to eat. They'll do the Easter thing until hypothetically lunchtime. They're going to be gone to do family events. And if you were doing it on Sunday, you wouldn't have to worry about feeding anybody until about 11, maybe 12 o'clock, because a lot of people are on to church first. Now, due to the fact that people's religion constraints are in this day and age compared to 10 or 15 years ago, but being a doing Saturday, you can be well rest assured people will be there at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Going to go there, do breakfast, want to play with the bunny rabbit, and then they're going to want to go and do normal things that they would do on Saturdays.
Thank you, Vince.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. So, yeah, I can't speak for council. That'll have to be you guys. I guess that decides the final number, but I would say probably I wouldn't go any earlier than 8:30, but that's not totally up to me. That's more Jeff.
So Jessica, you're saying that they're there for 8 o'clock to start the petting zoo at 9 o'clock? So it's like, is it
No,
2
they're
and a
there
half?
to set. They're there to set up at 8 o'clock, and the zoo starts at 9.
Okay, so that's kind of when
from 9 to 11:30.
Yeah. I mean, and we said from 9 to 11 for the food, then that's it. And then when the food's done, there's still another half hour of the petting zoo before it. I mean, I think that's great timing. It's going to come. It's going to be quick, and I mean, I think that works out really, really well. I don't think we need to start earlier or anything yet. I think that's great.
Christie?
So should I put an end time of like noon then, or are we wanting to go till 11, but making sure that we indicate that the petting zoo is only there till 11:30? Like when are you guys wanting as a committee to conclude the event? Like you obviously don't want it to go from like 9 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Are we saying we're done at noon? Are we done at 1?
Well, from what we've been doing these last few nights, people always linger around
Right.
afterwards. So if we tell them that breakfast is done 11, the zoo's done 11:30, people are still gonna be hanging around doing things till noon, but we can conclude the activities 11:30, and then people will hopefully clear out by noon,
Yeah.
because then we
Yeah,
have
like
to
If
tear
we
down
start cleaning
too.
up the breakfast at 11, if we say 11, then it kind of helps peter them out of the hall, and then they slowly realize that things are shutting down, and that gives the 11:30 where hopefully by 11:30 the man can start, shutting down, and hopefully people start going home. I don't know. What do you guys think?
We
Yeah.
can state that breakfast will be from 9 and all other activities are until 11:30.
I have a
Yeah,
question.
and then Valerie?
I have a question regarding the hiding of the Easter eggs.
Mhm.
And inside the Easter egg was supposed to be something, and this had to do something with the petting zoo. If somebody could just clarify that for me.
Well, my original thought was when they find their plastic Easter egg, they have to come and hand it in for their little treat bag. And I was
Okay.
thinking
Oh,
we
right.
could put a
Okay.
little ticket in the egg for their pony ride.
Okay, right.
Which
Right.
sounds
I
adorable.
did buy the tickets today, but whether or not we hand it out as they come in or through the eggs, I just figured because we don't have like a sign in anymore when people come in, it might be easier just to put
Yeah.
it in the eggs so that
Okay.
That little extra surprise.
So the committee is going to be out hiding the Easter eggs while everybody's inside eating, and then the children will leave and go out and find the Easter egg. Okay.
or we start hiding them at 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we just remind people as they come that, well, I don't know.
Ian? Oh, sorry.
So just to get on to that, like if we do it that way, that means that nobody can take a pony ride or anything until they find their Easter eggs. Is that right?
One egg.
Which means there's going to be a whole smash of kids that are been finding Easter eggs. And there could be, there could be 50 kids that show up there. So you're gonna have to have like, how many Easter eggs are you gonna try and hide so each kid gets an egg?
I haven't counted yet, but I was thinking around like 75 to 100.
Good count.
So I guess I just want to make sure I understand that you're gonna go out, pre-hide all the eggs before anybody even gets there. And then the kids go out and they just pick one egg and bring it in. Okay.
Maggie?
And the kids are not going to be going out all at the same time. They're going to be arriving at different times. So if we have to put some eggs back out, we can reuse the eggs again, but they're going to be told to go out and get one egg for a prize, for a surprise.
Right.
So they don't come back with like 10 eggs or something. But we can
And we don't even
continue
have to put the ticket in the egg. We can just give it with the candy bag.
we can also do that. Just give it with the candy bag.
Christine?
One other thing is when you're hiding Easter eggs, make sure that you don't hide any on the play structure. Technically, the play structure is not open until April 15th. So we don't want to like be hiding things on the play structure. Just
That was one of the main places I was going to put it.
I know the sign down there. I did ask. I did kind of preemptively be like, hey, let's get the inspection for the play structure, in place. in case it's really nice, so, because technically it has to be inspected before it's open. So
Yeah, because
again,
people are gonna want to let their kids play on it.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Absolutely. So let me touch base and I'll figure that part out and make sure we can see if we can get that in play before the 15th. So
Does
Because I
anybody
kinda-
have any suggestions where to put the eggs then?
Kids are gonna end up over there.
Can we put them
Pardon?
around the play structure, like
oh,
on the ground?
absolutely. I just think it's it's one of those things once it thaws, they get, because that play structure gets inspected monthly. So we make sure that it's safe for the kids to be on. So I know there are kids who are playing on it, but that's
Yeah.
at your own risk. We just want to, as a township, be sure that we're promoting the safety of the play structure. So.
Is there any way that we could possibly get it done before the breakfast?
Well, I have hinted quite strongly
All we can do
about
is ask. All we can do is
getting it
ask.
done. So
Ian?
Who does the inspection, internally or externally?
externally. So I've asked for that to be moved up.
If the weather's nice, there's gonna be kids playing on that play structure.
Oh, I was down there the other day and there was kids on it, but I'm just saying we're having a
There's kids on
township event. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, when we were there was some parents, there was one parent, she came to get her kids. They didn't want to leave. They were supposed to come home for dinner. And she had mentioned it would be really nice to have a basketball court beside the play structure. So I did kind of mention that I would forward that information and bring it to council. So I've mentioned it. And it would be nice because I love basketball too. Maggie?
Can we get the hall the night before to set up the tables and everything? And how does the township want the tables set up for the breakfast? Do they want long tables, round tables? Is it a buffet style outside the kitchen? Or do they want to send somebody Friday night to let us
Can
know
I-
how they want it done?
Can I say after Bill and I were loading those round tables, those long ones are so much better. Just the fact that you can have them long ways and they're easier to put back in that cubby.
But the round ones make for more conversation.
They do. They do.
They are
And
nice,
the
yeah.
long ones were limited on how many there are, I think.
Ian, you had your hand up before.
I think last time we did, it's a buffet that we did last time. But I think that one of the key things is having people serve some of the stuff is pretty important.
Mhm.
So a couple long tables outside the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hi, Christy.
I was just thinking, would setting it up similar to the pit barbecue
That's what I was
be a
thinking.
good idea about having the long table around, and then that way there's the access from the kitchen to just kind of walk behind and then nobody's in the way.
Yeah.
So is that long tables we're setting up then in the whole hall, or? Because I wasn't at the pit barbecue.
So long tables for the buffet, and then we need 2 long tables for the crafts. And
Okay.
then I guess round tables for people to sit at and eat.
Okay. All right, that sounds nice. Okay, so move that. Did anybody else have anything to add or bring up re the Easter, Jeff?
I was gonna say, is that sort of an idea that we'll meet up there the Friday night and just kind of set up some tables and that kind of stuff, and we can do some little bit of discussing too as well and everything. Okay, so I guess we can send it an email saying what time works for everybody, and we only have to probably be there for like an hour and set up and just kind of get another
Yeah.
good idea. Yeah, I think on the other side, council, we talked about it quickly too as well. Like we have the food and all that kind of stuff. Claus does a good relationship with Garden Market, so he's going to making sure that we get all the stuff we need. So I'm sure we'll be doing running back and forth. I think we've done it every single time that I've been doing it. That we think we have enough, and then we keep having to go get more. So that's always a good sign. So
That is a good sign. Christy?
So right now I have 33 actual RSVPs, and that's
Oh, wow.
parents and adults so far. The event is showing, let me save this, sorry.
I think yesterday said 90. Interesting.
Yeah, it says 101 people are interested, 71 people, there's a lot of interest. I've shared it, I've shared it in mom groups and people that I know that live in the area as well. So definitely just to get it out there. So hang on, I just can't get it.
Can we do an advertisement on 88.1?
Yeah, so we can definitely, I wanted to wait till we confirmed this meeting to confirm more of the details,
Stuff, yeah.
so that we can get that going. And Jessica has done up a lovely flyer, which is really good, that we were already discussing about later on, just before the meeting. So we'll get that done and get them printed out for paper copies, and then for the advertisements with the branding on it. So, but it's really cute. So we'll get those done up hopefully tomorrow, and then I can touch base and get them printed for you guys for when you want to put them out. But we'll send it off to like 88 and that.
Right on, right on. Maggie?
The Easter Bunny is going to be making the rounds of Montague, and we're going to get pictures of him in different places and put it on Montague Talks. We'll send it over to the township page too, just that a picture of him in the office, in maybe the Reeves chair, different places. And we had talked about giving out flyers to the school. Brandy was going to find out if we could do that, to give a flyer to every kid at the school on Friday afternoon to take home.
Yeah, like, I don't know, can we print those off, Chrissy? I know one year for the Christmas breakfast, we did them, but I think was it us that did them and dropped them off, or was it the school that did it? I think we did it, did we not? Council did it, I mean?
I thought council did that.
Yeah, the breakfast with Santa has always been from council.
Okay, so can we have you guys do the flyers and I drop them off? I have permission. I talked to Mr. Hannah, and I can kind of do a run through the school with the suit on if it's provided it fits me. Provided it fits me, because I don't think I can wear a sweater or anything underneath. Definitely
It said
not
it fit from 5'2" to like 6 something. So
but it never said anything about the width. When I held it up, I'm like, I know I gained 10 pounds. I'm not sure. So hey, hopefully it fits, and I'll be able to do a run through at the school, because Mr. Hannah thought that was just adorable and cute, and like, so he's all good with that. Jessica?
I just like to suggest setting the flyer on maybe Wednesday or Thursday, because I know as a parent, send it home on a Friday, I might not see it till Monday.
absolutely, yeah.
Half the time the bag is set by the door on the Friday, and we'll worry about that Monday morning, or you know what I mean, or Sunday night. So yeah, good point. Good point. So Wednesday.
Eat a lot of
I'll have to
bacon.
make sure I come and visit you on Tuesday. No, yeah, Tuesday.
Yeah.
That week.
Yeah, we can work that out.
Okay. Did anybody else have anything for the Easter Bunny weekend, or do we have this, I think, kind of led down on paper? We lost Vince.
He'll be
I
back.
can't think of anything else.
I know he was outside, so it could be the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it says, sorry, 101 people have responded to the event. 77 are interested. 24 are confirmed coming. So yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of interest. Let's hope. Ian?
But it'd be good for the hall, right? We've already seen a lot of people booking in for the hall for weddings and stuff like that now. So it's good publicity
more?
for the hall. Yeah, someone else is booked in for another wedding.
Okay, Ian, sorry.
Yeah, no, this is great. It's a great initiative, and thanks to everybody that's put in a lot of work and effort into it so far. And it's going to be pretty exciting to see. And we might be very surprised by how many people actually turn out to this. So I think we're going to get a lot more supplies than we did last time, Jeff.
And that's, yeah, I mean, that would be amazing if we did, and definitely shocking. It would be awesome and an amazing. Maggie?
Yeah, if we have over 100 replies on Facebook, and we send home, what is it, 250 kids at Montague?
About
230? Yeah.
So should
That
I
could be
make more?
exactly.
How many treat bags should I make then? I don't want to like
Well,
disappoint
we
anybody.
we can touch base like closer to the day, and I can let you know more how many, because I'm blocking it out in my spreadsheet. I'm blocking out like adults, kids. So we kind of like, I have 33 people, humans, but 17 of them are kids, right? So it's then you got to factor into like they're not going to eat as much, so we'll figure it out, but like closer to, we'll like definitely figure out what our numbers are more at.
Which will be good.
Okay, I was gonna go to Bolt Barn tomorrow, but that's fine.
Probably might have to wait closer to.
Maybe I should. Yeah. I can always
Oh,
go to
well,
Costco.
I mean, Walmart's always a great source for things. With the only thing with the bulk barn that we have to be careful of is that not everything is guaranteed peanut free.
Yeah.
As much as I love that spot, but it can be very dangerous. Chocolate.
I'll go ahead and I'll grab some stuff from Costco tomorrow, and then if we need more, I'll go to Walmart.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I dislike about bulk barn
No,
is
fair
when
enough.
it comes to family events, peanuts and stuff, I can't use it. All right, so if I could get a mover and a seconder, please. Anyone? Okay, Jessica. Ask your dad, Rob. Seconder, please. Jeff. All right, moved by Jeff, moved by Jessica, second by Jeff, that the MRCC received the update on breakfast with the Easter Bunny on April 9th, 2022, for information. All in favor? We're all in agreement? Okay. Sorry, my oldest just came in the door. I'm gonna have to mute for a second, sorry.
Sorry, I just was gonna say, I just made sure that we updated the Facebook page for the event, so I've already put that out there, the times.
Okay, thank you. All right, so moving on to the next, please. Canada Day event is our next one. Jessica, or I mean, Christy. Sorry.
So, blah, blah, blah. Civitan is confirmed. They got us already in. They don't like the payment and stuff like that. It's much later. We don't have to put a deposit down or anything. So that's great. But it is confirmed. It is our day. So I was going to suggest that that when to actually sit down with somebody from the Civitan to kind of go over. So maybe like a representative from the township, a member of the committee, even one of the council members, to go and say, hey, this is what we're going to do, just to make sure that we're all on the same page. So I was thinking if that was a good idea, if you guys were interested in doing that, then that way we can make sure that everything goes perfectly for Canada Day.
Yeah,
but yay, it's already booked.
Is there any way to maybe set up a Zoom meeting with maybe Gib and Jeannie? I'm not sure who's all on the committee. I know that it's a fair size, but is there any way
but when I spoke, it was going to be more with somebody in the booking part and
okay,
and the secretary there, secretary treasurer there.
All right, if you want.
But yeah, if everyone's interested in going about that, I know just to make sure that we've got everything and that they know what we're going to be doing. I had mentioned about having events outside, things happening in the parking lot and stuff like that. So
now, is there any possibility to maybe have them to help both committees, have them maybe hold the dinner and a dance?
Oh, so that's what I'm hoping we can discuss with them.
Okay.
Let them know what we're
looking
wanting
for.
to do, and if they want to partner or if they want to just rent us the hall.
Okay.
So it's for them as well as us, right? So
Yeah.
I think it'd be best though if everyone was present and that we could have a sit down in the sense of even if it's on Zoom, but just so they know what we want to do, right? Because it's going to help the Civitan too, and they've also lacked in the bookings as well during COVID, so it's a win-win in my opinion. So
which we like the win-wins for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Best lotto. Kidding. All right.
So should we meet with them before the next meeting?
I would suggest that we figure out a time that people would be available to meet to discuss that. We don't have to discuss it right now during this meeting. We can discuss it after, but it's just, I think that would be the best way to go about it.
I should be
Yeah.
good on any night of the week, I think, and then after the next week or two, because hockey will be done for, so I will be more available through the week. I'm in Finch tomorrow, not available. All right, so was there anything else re the Canada Day information that we needed to make?
The only thing I'm going to suggest too is we should look into, if we're going to get the blow ups, we should look into that soon too, because a lot of things are back on that have been off for 2 years. There's only 2 places that I know of in Ottawa that do it. I think I sent them both to you. And if you have to get a quote or something from each one of them, because we don't want to end up, they're booked that day, or they've got all their stuff out that day. Even if we just give them a deposit and a hold, we know we're going to have Civitan now, especially that dunk tank. There's only got 2 of them.
Yeah, I don't want to lose out on that. Ian?
I don't want to lose a dunk tank.
Yeah, I agree with what Maggie's saying, and since it sounds like Maggie is well versed in these companies, I think that maybe she could be the person to reach out and touch base with them.
Agreed.
As in how?
As in see what's available and pricing.
Okay. And use basically the stuff that we had talked about last meeting, the large slide, the dunk tank. I think there was 3 of those outdoor things.
Whatever's, maybe you can get a list of what they have available. Maybe you can get a list of what they have available, bring it back, and we could all decide on what attractions we'd like to have there.
Okay. So from there, is there anything else for you to Canada Day, Jessica?
If we're planning on getting entertainment, we should probably book that sooner than later too. Whether it be a DJ or live music or whatever.
Oh yeah, we did say dance, eh?
I don't know, do we want live music, or do we just want, to pop a CD and the CD player and go from there?
Live music's always nice if you get the right band. It's just
Let's discuss that with the Civitan Club. Why don't we discuss that with the Civitan Club, because they use bands for a lot of their stuff.
A lot of their stuff, and they would know the different genres of who does which genre, because they would know who they'd want to grab for which one, right? So yeah, that'd be a good idea. So I guess not that we want to try and book them that late. Maybe Christy, when you're talking to them, maybe you could ask them at that point, just because if we wait too long, we might not have a chance. They might be booking up just as quick as anybody right now. With the bar, like pubs, bars, and all that, they're all booking these entertainment things as well, right? So we don't want to lose out. Maggie and then Jessica.
Why don't we plan to sit down with the Civitan Club then for within the next 2 weeks at their convenience?
Yeah.
Everybody in agreement with that one? Okay. Jessica, you had your hand up, huh? Oh, you're on mute. Oh, you can't find it. Oh no. I can try and read lips, but I'm not that great. I'm out of practice since the masks game.
There
you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nope. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You're there.
My Wi-Fi sucks really bad tonight, so I keep freezing up. So I had lost like 2 minutes of that conversation.
Sorry.
From being on we could always contact Bowie's in Smith Falls and see if they have any recommendations of live bands.
Valerie?
Jessica, we kind of decided, the discussion was around trying to get together with the Civitan Club to discuss their take on bands, and because they have experience with booking bands. But that is a good idea. So we're trying to get together with the Civitan within the next 2 weeks for this conversation.
Count me in.
Awesome. It would be good if we could have a close to full attendance for that conversation as well. Ian?
Yep.
Yeah, the band piece is always a big portion of what it is that's going to happen, and it's going to draw a lot of people here. But also remember, those bands are very costly.
Yeah.
Yes.
The good ones cost thousands of dollars to get, so we want to make sure we keep that in the back of our head. And but again, hopefully some of the money we raise from the dinners and all those other things go to help pay for it.
But we don't necessarily want to, crack the piggy bank either, if you know what I mean. Like, it's good to have a good band, but you don't want to, go all broke just for it,
Does
just-
anybody know anybody local that likes to just, jam the guitar?
Just
She was putting her hand up. She'd love to play for us.
I was just gonna say,
on experience from doing the little ramble and stuff. You want to have a good band.
Yeah.
To get people to show up.
So Maggie then Christy.
Yeah.
If by talking to the Citizen Club, they might have connections where they get a better price because
Yes.
they use them, well, not in the last 2 years, but, and they might want to sponsor the dance and do all the band themselves.
Yeah, we
We
won't
can
know
talk
until we
about-
talk to them, really, eh?
Yeah, we can talk about different ways to cost share the whole thing.
Okay, Christy?
oh, I just said I asked Joanna if the Bows brothers,
Yeah.
that's her husband. So I was like, hey, do the Bows brothers do gigs, still? So she's gonna get back to me.
Good. Yeah.
would
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
I found a CD of the Bows brothers at the Rosedale Hall. So
Oh,
there
really?
was a
Oh, we'll have to
CD
play
in
that.
there.
Maggie?
I went to a thing in Carlton Place and they played and the place was packed. They are good.
They are really good.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Well,
know people and we
stop would be
can
good.
rub some elbows, right?
Too bad we couldn't do 1 hour of karaoke as well. No.
I don't
never
think.
mind. Was a quick thought that just no. That's done. All right. So anything more Canada Day? No. Okay. Pretty well touched base. Now we've lost Vince. Does that matter?
We got
continue?
4.
Okay. All
I
right.
say we have 4.
Okay,
You're
so
half.
if I could get a mover and a seconder, please. If I could get the mover. Okay, Jeff, and the seconder. Oh, Ian. Okay, so moved by Jeff, second by Ian, then the MRCC received the update on Canada Day information. March 22nd, 2020. All agreed? I will finish my signature after because I know you guys don't want to watch me do my squiggles. Alrighty, next would be festivals of small halls. Christy, take it away.
So good update on this one. We received a letter back or an email back from the small halls people. They asked for photos. So I went down to the hall and I took lots of photos of the inside of the hall. And they are planning to do like site visits next month. So
great.
they seem interested in us, so interested in the hall. So I think that's really promising. So that's really good.
That is really good. Well, that really like to have that, and I mean, if we do get to do it, that's great because I mean that just helps us bring that much more to the
Mhm.
hall, which is awesome. Great.
Absolutely.
Good news, Christy. Thank you for that. All right. So I guess, is there anything else for that one, or was that it? Okay. So if I could get a mover and a seconder, please, for that we've received the information. So Maggie's moving it. And seconder? Jeff? So moved by Maggie, second by Jeff, that the MRCC received the discussion on the Ontario Festival of Small Halls for information, and all agreed? Good, okay. Alrighty, moving on to Seniors Community Grant. And yes, we kind of talked about that, I think, over the last 5 or 6 days. Christy, did you have the information on that one?
So I know Andrew had applied for a grant for this, and I don't believe we received it. Like, I don't believe we received the grant. I'd have to double check with him. This time around, I don't know, when is this grant due?
I think it was to help bring programs
Oh,
to
sorry.
fall and
I mean,
stuff.
due date, like the due date.
Oh, if I remember correctly, I thought it
Don't
was
remember
sometime
now.
in April, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
That would probably be in one of our minutes. That's a lot of minutes to read.
Okay, so we can definitely have Andrew look into it to see if it's available still.
If you could, just to see, because yeah, even for transportation to get, the seniors to our meetings, or I don't know if we were going to try and use maybe some of that to get Wi-Fi there or whatever too, to do like a program with the students and the seniors so that they could teach them how to use, certain particular programs and whatnot. But yeah, if you could have Andrew still look into that, that would be, if we're all in agreement, be greatly appreciated. So I guess if that's the case, if I could get a mover and a seconder, Jeff, moving it. Okay, Jeff's gonna move it. And if I could get a seconder, please. Maggie. Okay, so moved by Jeff, second by Maggie, that the MRCC receive the seniors community grant discussion for information and forwarding it to Christy to ask Andrew. All in agreement? Okay.
I think Jeff has a
I think
question.
Jeff has a question.
Oh, sorry, Jeff. You're muted.
I was just looking it up real quick. I think we have until April 28th for it to be submitted by. So we still have some time if where we are in that, and if we kind of fall into any of them too as well. So
Okay.
we have time, which is good. So yeah, it hasn't closed yet.
Alrighty, so if we're all in agreement, I'll still sign that. Okay. Alrighty, moving on to 3 items of consideration. A, little library. Return to Rosedale Hall, please. Yeah, we were kind of talking, it'd be nice if we could get it over there, but I don't know whether we have to wait for a specific date. Christy, is there any possibility to maybe get that over? Christy?
Yeah, so the way I wrote the resolution just said that the MRCC would like to see the little library move back to Rosedale Hall when the playground is open. So I assumed it was more, I guess when we moved it back, it was in line with the playground closing. So I thought it was gonna have that nice flow of, it would move back in April 15th and come back to the office November 15th. So it just, to keep it safe and out of the elements for the winter, so.
Weather permitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Weather permitting.
we're still in for, I think, a few little whatevers. I was saying,
Hope not, no more snow.
I know I don't want it either, but I did see something, so I'm just gonna say I didn't see it,
No,
and we'll
Didn't
ignore
see
it.
it either.
Didn't see it. All right, so if I could get a firster and a seconder, please. Okay, so I got Ian and then Maggie. So Ian's moving it, Maggie's seconding it. Okay, so moved by Ian, second by Maggie, that the MRCC would like to see the little library move back to Rosedale Hall when the playground is opened. All in agreement? Okay, next one, B, Earth Day. That's what this was for, wasn't it? I photocopied it.
Yes, Brandy,
Maggie.
it's April 22nd, April 22nd.
April.
Oh,
Not today.
well, I didn't read it. I just looked at it because it was pretty and I thought, hey, I got a picture.
You had the 22, right? Yeah, so Earth Day is on April 22nd, and a couple of us are going down to Rosedale Hall to clean up around the playground, around the back there. We might go to the township and clean up there. I'm gonna find out if Public Works still has, they got garbage bags last year that you didn't have to put tags on or something.
So,
Christy,
yeah,
I'm
we're
writing
gonna,
notes as she was speaking.
yeah, no worries. We have, they're called for Pitching Canada. So we council approved us joining Pitching Canada. So we have the bags in the office. We've actually already had some people, residents come and pick them up because they want to start cleaning up. So they're absolutely available at the office. We just, we're trying to promote it ourselves within the township. So if, take some pictures before and after and show how you're cleaning up, that would be perfect. But yeah, they're available at the front counter.
I
Great.
like that.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to join us on your own roads or whatever, pick up the garbage and go for Earth Day. I don't know what else to do for Earth Day, so.
Yeah, that's kind of that's right around our information night too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jessica.
What about promoting the bags on like the talks page and like suggesting to people, these bags are available, help clean up your road on this day?
Yeah, if the township puts it on their page, we'll share it on ours.
We just share it. Yeah, that's how we do it. Christy?
Yeah, so Steve and I are working on that. We're getting our information all together, and then we're gonna be posting something probably in the next week or so. So I would just, it's gonna go out shortly. So we'll get that out there for you.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Right, we'll watch for it and share it.
And I do have to say thank you, Christy, because I know you guys have been really busy and trying to do so many different things in that office lately, but thank you for everything you guys are doing for us. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And so if I could get a mover and a seconder, please, for the discussion on Earth Day. Maggie, are you putting your hand up at the same time?
Sure.
And Jessica, I saw your hand come up, so I'll put you for the seconder, please. Jessica. Okay, so moved by Maggie, second by Jessica, that the MRCC received the Earth Day discussion for information. All good? Okay, C, fall programs. Maggie, did you have that one or?
Jessica was talking about doing something for Halloween. We don't have to talk about what at all yet, but just if people have ideas for in the fall, we'll also have to be working on the information nights after that. I think I might put something online asking people what they would like to hear for information night. Make it kind of a two-way street instead of us always thinking of somebody, maybe they have an interest that we don't know about, or a speaker that they know of that we don't. But as far as after Halloween, we'll see how much money we have left after all this other stuff.
Well, and I know coming between the information night and the CD Saturday or Sunday, sorry, we met a few people, or like some new people to our community, and we welcomed them, and it was, we were really thankful that they came to come out and see what we were doing and support us. One of them I can remember, but I don't know who it was, but maybe if they're watching, they can reach out to us, is that water painting, the lady that does water painting. And there was another lady there that had mentioned about teen dance, bringing like a tween, like somewhere for tweens to go, some kind of a program for tweens, just so you guys know. So it gives you time to maybe think of ideas, or maybe something we could do tweens. Her name was Jody. I tried to get her to maybe put an application in, but she wasn't quite there yet. She's watching, hopefully. So yeah, any ideas is always greatly appreciated, and those were two really good ones.
I think we also spoke to her about coming to one of our meetings, because she deals with some child bunch, and she had ways for us to reach, like Twitter and Instagram, but reaching a younger crowd instead of the crowd that we're having on Facebook, because she said Facebook was more like 50 years and up, and we're missing out a lot of younger ones by using just those things. And she had other ways that we could reach out to the kids, and tween dance was one of her recommendations. So we asked her if she would be willing to come and speak to us about how to do some of this stuff, us old people. and she seemed quite enthused about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what Twitter is.
Bill introduced us. Christy?
Well, I definitely do Instagram and Twitter for
Yeah.
all of our posts. Every one of our posts is actually posted to all three. I was gonna make a note. So the best way for us to get more traffic to our social medias is by every member of the rec committee liking, sharing repeatedly. So we don't get very many likes on Instagram, so our posts don't get seen by other people. So I tried to throw in a couple hashtags to see if I could get more traffic to them. But the more likes that things get, the more people see them. So the more likes we have on Facebook, the more likes and shares it's gonna, like, the more people that are gonna see it. So I did notice that in the last little bit when I was like trying to share it myself. I immediately share it to my page, and then I make my mother share it, and then I'm like, hey, you share this. So I'm trying to force my family members to share our posts so that it gets a broader audience. So the more shares and likes we get, the more
And
traffic
comments.
brings to the page.
Commenting, I find too, makes a difference.
Absolutely. The more things that it pops up on my feed,
Yeah.
I'll see more because it's mostly because lots of comments are on it, right? So it's just the more that we as a committee push it out as well. So it's the better.
Gonna have to up my game on Instagram, Jessica.
Just from my experience as doing Instagram for my business, I don't get anything on my posts. It's all about reels. Everything has to be real. That's the only way you're gonna get seen.
Yeah, the live videos or reels seems to be lately the way to
The
go.
only way you're gonna get seen. It's really annoying. And then sharing to like your stories or whatever.
Yeah.
So
which is all helps. But yeah, we get likes and that, but not enough that I think. But yeah, really our Twitter game though is a little weak. It's myself and one of the firemen that are constantly liking my posts. So anybody just go on and just hit like and tweet.
Twitter.
And
if the
tweet.
Easter Bunny happens to come and visit you, I think you should.
I will love it. We could go live with the Easter Bunny. Let's do it.
Maggie.
And just a reminder that when we post stuff on Montague Talks, that can't be shared.
No,
Because
it can't be
that's
seen.
private
It can't be
feed.
seen by anybody else. So
You can only
that's
see
why
it
I
on
was
people
asking
that
for the
are on.
The only
photos.
way you can get it off of there is if you copy and paste. So you would have to save whatever the photo is, copy and paste, and put it on your own page. But you won't have like Montague or you won't have any of that on there, unfortunately.
Yeah, so best when the pictures came to us, then I can share from there, and then it can again be reshared because we're a public page.
Yeah.
And she also mentioned TikTok, and I have no idea what that is either.
Oh,
That's also video.
That's all videos.
It's all videos.
I
So
mean,
the
if
Easter
I'm
Bunny's
there and the
jumping
Easter
around.
Bunny visits you, I mean, what happens is whatever happens. So let her fly.
She said kids watch TikTok all the time. They're always scrolling through TikTok.
Yeah.
My
they
kid
love
then?
it.
Once you get it like grows. Like one person sees it and sends to their friend sends to 3 other friends. But I don't know where those friends are. They could
What
be
I
in
need people
China.
see me in Brazil. Okay. Anything else about the fall programs, or anybody like to add anything for ideas for the fall programs while we're there? None moment. Okay.
No.
And
Just
Miles
thinking.
did come to our information night, by the way, just to check us out, which was awesome. Jessica.
Sorry. I would still like to try and do some sort of meet your farmers market.
And that was another thing actually somebody else brought up as well, like Maggie. That was like Leanne, the lady Leanne, who was really interested in that. And her son might be putting in an application as well, hopefully.
Yeah, her son was going to call you because he wants to join.
And he was very knowledgeable. This boy was smart. He'd be a great addition if we can get him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then
He
I
did,
definitely
like,
have
he
some
was so energetic, and it was really great to see, because the more energy he had, the more energy we seemed to have. So it was great. It was great. All right. So anybody else have anything to add, Jess? Anybody?
I have some ideas brewing for Halloween, like the Saturday before, if we would be able to use the hall.
I don't see why not. We can just,
Okay.
we can look
Is
at
it
it,
open or
but
just
nothing's
not?
booked in October yet, so.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. Like that. Halloween dance, maybe? Can we do that? Like a costume dance?
Well, I was thinking more,
I can wear the Easter
a
bunny
couple
costume.
years before COVID, we went to a thing in Beckwith at their community center, and they had like a bunch of teenagers make and do the games, like little booths with a different like kind of activity, like pick Frankenstein's nose or like ring toss on the witch's hat and stuff. And I thought it'd be cool to do something like that, and have the 7 and 8 students at Montague help.
That's a nice idea.
And then go from there.
We like
Let's get
ideas.
through Easter.
What's that?
Yeah.
Let's get through Easter first, then we
Yeah,
can go home.
Yeah. Let's get to Easter. All right.
I just got an invoice from the petting farm. Can I have an email address of who I would send that to?
Yeah, just send it to me. I'm the admin
Okay.
email. Just send it to me.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Awesome. That's great. All right. So if I could get a firster and a seconder, please read the discussion for the fall programs. I like that, Jeff and Ian both at the same time. So firster Ian, seconder Jeff. All right, moved by Ian, second by Jeff, that the MRCC receive the discussion on fall programs at Rosedale Hall for information. All carried?
Yeah.
I think we're getting to the bottom. All righty, number 4, unfinished business or any other businesses. Okay, Chrissy's got her hand up first.
Yeah, so in relation to going down to the hall to take the photos for the small halls group, Miles and I were working on the floor plan because the fire department needs the floor plan for the hall. So I have created a floor plan. I know we had talked about doing that. So that shows like the measurements of the building. So we had gone down and taken all the measurements and put in the stage in that and got the measurements for the stage. So just, I was thinking about, because we've got it done up now and we'll be posting it down at the hall, we'll have it on the website so that people can see the thing. And I was going to be uploading some photos of the hall to the website, to Rosedale Hall, so people can get a good look at it. So I just wanted to mention that under like unfinished business, because I know we talked about it a while ago. So just letting you guys know that that's
Being done.
been taken care of. So
much. So what was the, like, how big is it actually? Just for, do you remember? Recall? Only if it's handy. I just curiosity's sake. I mean, I know it's large, but I just never knew what the dimensions were.
I brought all my papers squished in between my laptop when I came home. But like, it's just kind of like a basic, drawing. Of
Okay,
it.
yeah.
And then this was our chicken scratch drawing of like, with like Miles, like our handwriting. So, but like, yeah, like the whole
length and the width.
Yeah, you times length by width, but we've got like the small section and the big section. It's like 62 inches across. Anyone who does math can help me out for this. 62 across, and then 45 in the big part, and then 31 by the kitchen and the bathroom. So, and I guess you times all that together and it makes, I think it's like 2,400 square feet it might be. So it's a pretty, it's Miles said it was like, when he did up the measurements, he said it's a pretty big hall. So, but we've got all that done, but it'll be good for the small halls people, and then just that we have it for the website now.
Yeah, in future for anybody looking and needing to know those dimensions. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, we've had lots of compliments, like people that have been in there, that did come through, lots of compliments. So that's been wonderful. Like, it's just been so wonderful to be a part of.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys noticed in the Montague Messenger this time around, did you see on the back side of it? Anyone look at their Montague Messenger?
I read it, yeah.
Do you know
On the
what's
back,
funny? I opened up my envelope, I had my tax bill, and I had that paper. I went to look at it, and now I can't find it. But I'm going to empty my desk this weekend and hope that it's sitting there.
So we had an idea in the office. We put the fees for Rosedale Hall is on the back side of
Yeah,
the
I saw
messenger.
Yeah.
And that's actually had us have a lot of inquiries because people have seen it now just when they get their tax bills. So I
Yeah, that's a good idea.
thought that was a good idea. So anyway, those were just my other businesses.
Did anybody else have any other businesses? No? No? You all want to adjourn then, right? No, we're not. No, I'm kidding. All right. So just make sure because I had another piece of paper here. I just want to see what this one is. That one should be in front of the adjournment one. There we go. All right. So if I could get a firster and a seconder that the Recreation Committee confirm all of the direction as agreed at the meeting of March 22nd, 2022 and forward to the direction to council. If I could get a firster and a seconder, please. Maggie. And a seconder. Ian. Okay, so moved by Maggie, second by Ian, that the Recreation Committee confirm all of the direction as agreed at the meeting of March 22, 2022, and forward that direction to council for final approval. All in agreement? Great. Alrighty, and time is 8:21. If I could get a firster and a seconder so that we can adjourn. Okay, Jessica's firsting it and second. Jeff, Ian. Okay, so Jessica's moving it, second by Ian, that the meeting does now adjourn at 8:21 p.m. April 20. Oh, wait, before we do that, the next date of our meeting.
April 26th.
Okay, time, all right. Why does that have April 26th on there? That should
I
say
wrote it in.
March 22nd.
So
Okay,
it should say that this meeting does now adjourn at 8:21 until April 26, 2022 at 7 p.m.
okay. All in agreement? Okay.